Yo, what up, guys? Described here. This is a champion guide for one champion, one epic champion you can obtain totally for free from the Dark Elves faction by fighting the Doom Tower. Yes, it's one of, I think, the second champion you get for free by fighting the Doom Tower secret rooms, and you get Rian the Conjurer. This champion I ignored all this time that I've been playing this game for 3 years. Despite it being a freely obtainable champion, I just kept her in the fragment and eventually in the vault for long. Why? Because I have other alternatives. Who did I have that was better than Rian, that was doing the job that she was supposed to be doing in my team? Madam Series. But today, this day, we are seeing that Madam has been put to the side, but I'm not even enjoying my Madam that much. But we're not here to talk about that or compare champions. We're just here to give the spotlight on this champion, show you where you can use her in content, test her in those battles, show you how I built it, of course. Rian the Conjurer seems like a female, a she champion. Yes, that's a female. And yeah, this champion is best known for this skill, this A2 skill right here. 75% chance of removing all buffs on all enemies. For Ray to give you a champion like this for free, it's strange to see a champion that is like a buff stripper. Why Madam can do this same thing, and I'm still comparing again, she can do this buff removal on a 4-turn cooldown. Ryan can do a buff removal on a 3-turn cooldown. She doesn't just remove the buffs and just goes away. No, she will also place a weaken debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. In the early game where you don't yet have a leader because you've not been doing faction wars, you will most likely not have a champion placing decrease defense and weaken at the same time. You want to have 2 champions doing that for you. One is placing decrease defense, another is placing weaken. Rian can be the champion adding that weaken to your teams if you're lacking a champion that can do both of them on one skill. So you go in there with your decrease defense, Rian comes in there with her weaken, or she can even be the first to go to make sure that every block debuff buff by the enemy has on them can be removed before your other debuffers can go in there and try to either stun them, provoke them, and all that stuff. So she should be built fast to go and debuff the enemies. Rian these days can be built in a team that can even go second, and I'll show you that build. All right, so that's the main skill that she's bringing to your team. Every other thing that she's bringing right here to this battle is an extra, is a bonus. So now that we acknowledge that she's a buff stripper, which means higher accuracy is needed on this champion to even make that possible, because you can see somebody like a what's her name, Duchess, somebody like a Mitrala Lifebane. Those champions have high resistance, right, usually, and if Rian does not have enough high accuracy, she will not be able to debuff those annoying champions. So that's something to note right here. Remove all the enemies buffs before you place debuffs on them and try to kill them that way. That's what she brings to your team, so you can get most use out of her in the early game. Unfortunately, in the end game, you might have a specific niche use for her. We'll talk about that. In the A3, this champion revives a dead ally. That's a revive, but it's only one champion she revives. You are looking for champions who revives 4 or 5 people, you know. She revives only one person on a 4-turn cooldown. Now she have other synergy with Akoth the Seared and Urost the Soulcage. Those 2 champions, if they are on the same team, she will revive the person you point and also revive them. So she revives 2. If it's the second one has to be Akoth the Seared, or the second one has to be Urost. So that's a 2 champion revive. But normally, would you want to pair her with Urost the Soulcage or with Akoth the Seared? You have to check out those champions skills to see how they also, you know, synergize with her to see if that's something you can benefit from. So that's something to know right there. This champion revived them with 50% HP and a block debuff buff for 2 turns. So you might want to pair with these 2 champions. Anyways, that's a revive that is nothing special. That's why I said A2 is the main skill. This revive is just, we normally want somebody else who can do a better revive than just a single target revive on a 4-turn cooldown. Somebody else will go down in 2 turns, and then she's waiting for an entire 2 turns before she can do the revive again, and it just revives at 50% turn meter fill also. All right, on the A1, 50% chance of placing block buff debuff. That's a useful debuff you can use, especially in PvE content like the Hydra. That's where this block buff debuff is used the most. Maybe sometimes in the arena when she uses her A1, you can just target it on the enemy so they can't have any buffs placed on them, and if this one, we're just gonna get blocked. It's on a 50% chance, but if you spend booked on them, it will be a 70% chance. Even if you put some masteries into her, make it a 75% chance, so it will happen a lot of the time. it's going to be useful mostly in PvE content than in PvP, but it's very, very useful. She has an aura, accuracy aura in all battles. If you're low on accuracy, she can be the champion in the leader slot right here. So that's Rian the Conjurer. That's her faction right here, Dark Elves, and she's going to be useful in PvE and PvP. Let me go ahead and show you how I build this champion and where I'm going to test her in this video right now. So if I scroll down, remember I said I've never really used that until today. I just like, this champion has been sitting here for too long. Her books are easily obtainable in terms of her skills, and then decided to slap some gear on her because she's gonna help me hold some of this good gear until I find somebody else who needs it. That's why I usually put out these videos for champions who I know nothing about, where I want to put some gear on them and test them out if they're gonna be better than the ones I already used for that purpose. Right now I have Mighty Uko doing that, removing the boss from enemies, right, and stunning them with the stun set. Maybe you might have Madam Series who is placing decreased defense while removing their buff, so you might have options. I just wanted another option for that, especially when you're doing 3v3 arena where you need a third team for buff strip, or you don't want to go to full tanks. So that's why I put this champion in a stone skin set, because ordinarily in the early game when you just obtain Rian, early game players, please put triple perception sets on this champion. The only thing she needs is speed and accuracy. That's an amazing 2 stats. The only 2 stats you need on Rian the Conjurer is speed and accuracy. So if you've not started getting amazing perception set, speed set is fine, accuracy set is fine. Those are the 2 beginner sets that I will recommend for you if you're even farming campaign. Why would you be farming campaign and you gotten Rian? No, I'm sure by the time you got Rian, you must have some amazing perception set right here, which is the best early game set for this champion. No doubt about that. I have to stress this. Don't be intimidated by my stone skin. You don't need to be fighting the Hydra for you to begin to get amazing champions like this one. So perception set is the best way to go, hands down. You guys let me know in the comments if you can recommend any other beginner set. Since she's not going to be used for content like the clan boss, she's not, I wouldn't see her kits being useful in the clan boss. You wouldn't put her in a set that says, let's say, lifesteal or those early game sets. No, it's not recommended for that. So Rian the Conjurer belongs in triple perception set. I wanted to do a triple perception set build for you guys, but I thought, what about the end game players? So when you see triple perception set Rian, she's just gonna die. She's just gonna die, especially in PvP content. But in PvE, triple perception set goes hard for content like the Hydra. So if you're gonna use this champion only in the Hydra, only in those dungeons, right, put her triple perception set. You want her fast, you want her high accuracy, and of course if you can squeeze in resistance, that will be even better for you, so she doesn't get debuffed at all. So that's what I would recommend. Now this end game set that I put for her is looking like more of a arena set. So going 6 pieces of stone skin or 4 pieces of stone skin is just enough for you to remove any buff that the enemies have of them. So whether you want to put it for 2 tons stone skin or 1 ton stone skin, I prefer a 1 ton stone skin. If I go a 2 ton stone skin, my speed and my accuracy will be low. That's the truth. So I decided to go a 1 ton stone skin so I can still have enough accuracy and enough speed to maybe go before some enemies to debuff them if they are trying to go second. So that's the second set that I would recommend for those players who are end game and you've been sitting on your Rian and she hasn't helped you in any way at all. You might want to slap some of this gear that is just sitting here. That's the point. Don't just let your gear sit here. Slap it on a champion that you've ignored all this time. Even if you're not going to get her booked or put masteries on her, you can just put gear on her for now. Let her help you maybe in faction wars. I wish I had this champion when I was beating faction wars, but hey, by then we had Vizix and other champions, Cold Heart in that Dark Elf faction, and it was easy. So you get her really late and she's gonna be useful for faction indeed if you've not beaten that faction yet. So that's the end game one that I would recommend. I don't think anyone will be even better. Stalwart sets if you're gonna use her in the Hydra because of a lot of AoE hits that are coming in right here. Now the smaller version of stone skin set of course will always be this set that was good back in the day before stone skin took over. I wanted to even put it in this set. Where is it? Where is that immunity set? So this was our stone skin back in the day. Now she belongs in the immunity set, of course. So whenever she tries to get debuffed or high resistance, it can get stripped and then she can cleanse their buffs on them. So that's also a beginner set if you don't have good stone skin set yet. I no longer keep a lot of this immunity set because stone skin has taken over. That's why I put her in this set. All right, for my total stats, you're looking at defense right here. Accuracy on the chest and accuracy on the banner will be required on this champion if you want her to give you the high amount of accuracy you need. Of course, she has to go fast. This is not a slow champion that goes HP or defense in the boots. This is a fast champion that wants to remove all the buffs from the enemies, so she should be fast. This is also an opportunity for me to use all the triple speed stone skin that I have. Normally, stone skin will want it to be slow, but in this time, I'm actually putting her in stone skin that is fast. I've not even glyphed it up, but I'll maybe spend some glyphs over here and even get better stats. See, none of this gear is glyphed, well, 2 of them are glyphed. I probably should have glyphed it before I do this video. That would have even given me more better stats. So, of course, I've shown you defense or HP right here, defense right here, where I have HP right here with triple accuracy, not even glyphed up. When I do spend glyphed, you see my total stats will get up to about 500 accuracy. That's what I was aiming for, just like a Madam series, right? We want to build this champion with that high amount of accuracy so she can remove any buffs that the enemy have on them, even if they have some high resist. Sometimes even increased accuracy champion can come in right here and boost this accuracy to even go crazier and debuff a Mithrala Life Bane. That's one to watch out for. For resistance, I wanted to get her resistance about 400, but that was sacrificing my accuracy, so I was like, all right, no, let me just leave it right here. And also the speed also helped me reduce my resistance. If I go 200 speed, my resistance will be about 400, but I wanted to reach about 250 speed because I didn't want this champion to be slow. In stone skin, I think it's counterintuitive for her to go first, remove the stone skin, but I think she's gonna be in a go second team where some enemies are just faster than me, and then she'll be the champion, removing all their buff before I can slowly start taking them down. So I'm not trying to pair this champion with an arbiter, even if this build looks like that. So it might maybe I want to show it off in a gold first team and gold second team in the arena and find out how that works. But this is definitely not a PvE build, or this will work in the Hydra for sure. Speed and accuracy will work in the Hydra for sure. Maybe even help to Hydra Brutal. For what? Removing your buffs that are stolen from you and then placing that weaken and then block buff debuff on them with her A1 consistently if she hits different enemies, especially since she's Force Affinity. You can use her against the right enemies at the right time. All right, for her masteries, let me head over to the masteries. I checked out Elhate's website and I saw this masteries, but I did not want to select this Law of Steel. Instead, I wanted to get an opportunity to circle around my skill. It's random, low chance, 5% chance, but I still want to circle around my skill fast enough to do it again. Especially that 4-turn revive. I want it to be on a 3-turn if it's even gonna be possible. Maybe that's even make her a good candidate for Relentless set. I didn't mention it, but that might make this champion a good candidate for Relentless set. But hey, I don't know if I have high enough accuracy if I go 4-piece Relentless. I don't know. But hey, that's why I went extra accuracy right here with Eagle Eye, just like you would do on a Madam series or any champion who is a buff stripper. Right here, Eagle Eye is the best way to go. This champion is not built for damage at all. You can see me, I didn't even put crit rate or crit damage on this champion. She is built just for support purposes, and that's all she's there for. High accuracy. She needs it. That's how you get up to 500 accuracy after I glyph it up. And then she doesn't belong in the offense tree because, like I said, not a clan boss champion. Of course, anybody you take into the Hydra needs to be in a little bit of War Master, right? Just to support their own little contribution of damage to that Hydra head. So if you're building this champion for PvE content, for that Hydra content, there is no need for you to go crazy like this and select this high amount of accuracy. This is unnecessary. This Eagle Eye is only necessary for content like PvP, for the arena, for live arena, for 3v3 arena. That's the only time you want to go Eagle Eye. Or if your artifact set is simply not getting you enough accuracy. But hey, if you're lacking on accuracy, always go triple perception set. You meet the accuracy requirement for that boss you're trying to beat, and then you will not need to go to Eagle Eye. Instead, then you select War Master. Check out Elhate's website. You see the offense 3 masteries if you're going to for a general PvE build. All right. For these blessings, I went towards this commanding presence because I might be pairing this champion with a team that does not already have this commanding presence right here. I've seen other options being used on her, like where is it now? Cruelty, for Hydra, if she's gonna be helping you decrease the defense a little bit, she doesn't benefit a lot from this attack because she doesn't have high crit and now crit damage, but cruelty will help your other teammates deal more damage to the Hydra heads. All right, it's time for us to test her in content, so I'll show you how she actually works and how you can use her and join this champion. And if I should hit that refresh button and find a team that will, let's say a go first team, right? Do they have any buffs on them? No, this team doesn't have any buff on them. I'm looking for a team that I know would have buff on them, like a big shield. Normally these days people just put bolster sets and you cannot even debuff them, so let me not look too hard, I guess. Can we debuff a Mitrala? That would be fun to watch. Now in place of this champion, let me just bring in somebody, and Rian will be the champion I'll bring in right here. Where is she? Recently built. Did I take her? Okay, there she is. Now I'm just putting this champion to even boost her accuracy more, to actually have her going. I will be first. I know I'll be faster than them. Usually I'm faster than them. So this is what she looks like in the go first team. You don't even need to boost her accuracy more, but I just want to make sure that weaken in place. Now I don't have decreased defense in this team, yes, but will be the source of weaken that will be enough, hopefully, to kill the enemies. So let me put it on slow speed so we can see her in action with her stone skin. Oh, they do have stone skin, which is even making it better for me to have chances of removing it, right? Everybody's in stone skin these days, so that's why you need Rian in your arena team. Let me try to see if I can remove it. Not enough. I got resisted. Even damn, this Arbiter has high resistance. All right, let's see Rian removing that, everything that she has on her, and hopefully the stone skins too. Woo! I debuffed Mitrala Life Bane successfully. You love to see that. And she cleansed it. I celebrated too early. Mitrala just cleansed it, but hopefully I can kill them fast before. No, I think Source Crown is gonna kill me. Damn, I celebrated too fast. Even if I kill all of them, Skull Crown is gonna get me. See, my stone skin fell off. That's why a fast champion like this is kind of counterintuitive. Stone skin did fall off. All right. Can we get a second turn before they even get a turn? No. That's a weak champion. What am I supposed to do with this skill? This skill cannot be used if somebody is not dead. So you can only use your A1, I guess. I don't have my skill to remove anything, but let me just target this champion. Yes. Nobody's buffing him, but you know what I mean. Let's see if I can cleanse this champion before she gets a turn and nukes me to death. We survived her nuke. Almost. Can we gonna survive this one? How many unkillable does this champion have? Revive the Arbiter with 50% HP, 50% turn meter. Revive my nuker. Boost my turn meter. I want to win this one so bad. Please don't take a turn. Cleanse again. Now Rian is showing how she walks. Please don't nuke me down. We survived that nuke also. It's time for us to take them down. Woo, that was interesting. Rian actually came around to her skill again and we used it twice. But her stone skin did not help her much in this battle. So against a go second team, let me see a team that will go first, obviously. Let's find a team that will go first. This team will go first. And we'll put Rian in a go second team like... I guess this one will work. Recently used. There she is. I'm just putting a random go second team. Obviously, you want to think about your team selections before you just go in right here. I'm just putting a random go second team and allowing my main damage dealer. She's not there for damage. My main damage dealer is finally get to win this battle for me. She's just there to make sure she removes all their buffs. All their buffs. Yes. She cannot remove Bolster, as you can see. So this champion is basically, what's her name now? Madam Series. because you can see she did not touch any of this champion. That makes sure you don't get a weak hit. If you hit the champion while you're removing buffs from them, you might get a weak hit. So being Force Affinity, this champion will not get a weak hit against any affinity, especially when using that A2 skill right here. So let me just protect my... I'm just waiting for them to hit me so I can just begin to nuke them down. They are attacking the wrong champion. Yes, attack the one that is going to kill you eventually. I do have a champion guide out about my what's his name now, damage dealer right here. If you want to check that out on the channel, he's just gonna go in with his peril. Let me put it on auto and 2 speed and end this one. Rian has shown what she's supposed to do for you in this team, and slowly and surely we'll take them down one by one. Even if they have 3 revivers, who puts out a team with 3 revivers? That's like a troll team, I think, that actually wants to stay there and make this battle impossible. But there comes Rian removing all buffs again. And where's the nukes? Habitat down? No, not yet. Block revive? No, just use his main skill. 6k damage on Rian. Nothing, no damage built on her at all. All right, I've shown you in a go first team and a go second team. Go second team, she's just to remove their buffs to allow your damage dealer actually take them down. Sometimes in the go second team, it's hard to take them down because they are also tanky. You're going to go tanky teams, but she can help you get an advantage by removing any buff on them. Even if you don't have an increased accuracy champion on her, like you can see, it works perfectly in that content. So another content I'm thinking this champion will work in is Doom Tower and the Hydra, because of that A1 block and buff debuff that she places, and also that cleanse that she can do. The cleanse is for the enemies, remove all their buffs. Not a lot, but in case you don't have any champion to soak up that head that wants to steal your buff and get highly resisted, then she can cleanse the buff whenever it gets stolen and spread along the Hydra head. I'll not make this video too long by showing you that content, but that's also another place where she will be viable for you if you don't have any options to stop the head from stealing your buff. You can cleanse it after it gets stolen. If you don't get a weak hit, I don't think you'll not also get a weak hit while you're trying to cleanse it, because she does not hit while removing those buffs from them. That's what she's there in my teams for. I don't think there's any other place I can show her off. That's Rian the Conjurer, a champion that I've ignored so long in Raid Shadow Legends for a good reason, but right now I just wanted to show you a reason to use her in your teams, hopefully in the future or sometime, if you don't have any other options for the Dark Elves champions that can remove buffs from enemies. That's what she's there for. Build her in high accuracy, high perception set, high speed. This champion doesn't need a lot of stats to do her job. Just give her a set that will make her at least survive 1 or 2 hits of the enemies. Like you see her did survive the enemies hits, and she wasn't the first to go down. Your damage dealer should always be the first to go down, not the champion that is the reviver. So keep her alive so she can do the revive, and even brought back my Arbiter back to life, and I won that battle. Interesting. So I don't intend to use her in PvP all the time. I will tend to also test her in some PvE content in the future. You guys let me know where you use this champion. I'd like to see your build and hear from you how she's helped you in the early game or even right now in the end game. Help me hit like in this video, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more daily Raid Shadow content. Comment below which champion I should do a guide on. Even if I've never used them before, I'll take a look at them and test them out and see if I enjoy them or not. I actually like this champion. I'll use her sometimes. Later guys.